Hi, it's Steve Tuggle. I prepare most of my content for senior adults living in North America who think they can't afford to retire. And ultimately their answer is, I guess the only choice I've got is to keep working. And that's really not a good answer, because a year from now, will your situation really be any different, or are you just going to keep working another year? I have to tell you, retirement is awesome. I love it. I've been retired 5 years, and I just want to help as many people as I can realize just how wonderful and awesome retirement is. You don't need $1 million in the bank to retire. You don't need 5 different pensions to add up to $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 in order to retire. We retired and we live on our Social Security alone. Now, people will tell me that there are places in the U.S. where you can do that. I haven't found them. And there's no place in the U.S. with the weather and the cost of living and the health care and the personal safety that we feel here in Medellin, Colombia, in South America. That may sound crazy to you. You may look and say, what do you mean Medellin, Colombia? It's the cocaine capital of the world. It was 30 years ago. And what about Pablo Escobar? Pablo Escobar is in a grave. I've seen the grave. He was killed in 1993. That's 27 years ago, 28 years ago now. Medellin, Colombia is a city of almost 4 million people in a beautiful valley located at 5,000 feet elevation, surrounded by mountains that are 2,000 to 3,000 feet higher. It's absolutely breathtaking. My view out on my balcony is truly amazing. I never get tired of it. I sit out there sometimes and just watch. It is so beautiful. The weather it's the city of eternal spring. Probably don't have to say much more than that, but spring for us is it never gets below 60 and it never gets above 85. But what I want to talk with you about today is specifically personal safety. Because I've been watching what's going on in North America, and I see the riots, I see the racial tensions, I see crime, I see political unrest, I see political attacks, and I see the virus. Now, of course, in Medellin, with a city this size and a country this size, for over 50 million people, we obviously have the virus. And we've had our challenges, and we were shut down for about 6 months, where we were essentially confined to our apartment, except to go out grocery shopping, pharmacy shopping for medical care. And on our particular shopping day, based on our ID card number, we got to shop. But I'll tell you this, we didn't have shortages in our stores. We have a Costco-like store here called Price Mart. It never closed. It had tons and tons and tons of toilet paper. It wasn't running out. And yes, we had lines to get in and lines to check out, but we are safe. We feel safe. We are safe. We live on our Social Security alone because the cost of living here is 30% of what it is in major cities in the US and Canada. So I want to ask you a question, because I sense that personal safety has got to be a big issue for people who want to retire. My question is it more likely now than it was 2 years ago for you to consider retiring outside North America? Specifically to Latin America and specifically to Medellin, Colombia. We don't need a car. We walk everywhere. We take a 75-cent bus ride. We take a $2 taxi ride. We get wherever we want to go. And we don't need a car. We can walk. We actually can walk to 2 different malls. We can walk to 3 different grocery stores and a whole lot of markets, vegetable markets, fruit markets, you name it, pharmacies, coffee shops, bakeries, everything. We're safe. We don't have the crime. We don't have the looting and the riots and the political infighting and everything else. We don't have any of that. And I want to encourage you to seriously think about retiring in Medellin, Colombia. That's it. Thanks for listening. See ya.